Hey, Scott Austin here from Jade Puma. In this video, I'm going to explain a report that I set up for all of my client stores inside of Google Analytics, and then show you how we push it to you every week so it's in your inbox every Monday morning. So right now, I'm going to show you the data from my demo store, Roller Derby Love. So there's not a lot of traffic at it, but I didn't want to show you my clients' actual numbers, so we're just using the demo store. So it's going to be kind of an empty room situation going on here, but it'll illustrate how the report works. So here in Google Analytics, under this customization section over on the left, if I click on that and expand it, there's this dashboard section. And dashboards are nice. You can set up a dashboard and then save it, and you can come back and look at it anytime you want to see that collection or that view that you put together. But what I do is I create this view for you, a dashboard. And for those of you who don't have it in your store, you can actually get it pretty quickly by just clicking on the Create button. And Google Analytics has this gallery where all the users who use Google Analytics can just add their own dashboards in if they want to. And I've actually added a couple into the gallery. If you just search for the word Shopify, you'll see that mine show up here. Here's one I made here. Here's another one. Not that one. The next page has it. And then the top one, Shopify Scorecard, is the one that we're talking about here. And that's already been added to 167 stores. But if you just click on the import button, it'll add that dashboard view. I'll show you what it looks like. Click on it. And you can tell, which subpart of your Google Analytics you want to put it in, and then create it. And you'll actually see now I have two of the Shopify scorecards showing up in my dashboard view. The one that we just imported and the one that was already there. When you import one, it imports it as a private dashboard, which means only you can look at it. And then you can, once it's private, then you can share it out so other people that have access to your Google Analytics account can also view that dashboard. But now I'm just going to look at the shared dashboard that was there before and show you what the data is about. So it's just three simple columns of information. A dashboard view doesn't allow you to put too many more metrics than this on one dashboard. So this is about as much content as we can put on one. And on the left column, what we have here is what I call the user funnel. And the metrics we're looking at are user-based versus sessions, right? A lot of people are used to, in the internet, metrics talking about sessions. But users is a better way to look at it. And Google Analytics a couple of years ago shifted from sessions. They now support user views. Well, they didn't like 5 or 6 years ago. But now you can look at it in a user view. And at the top of your funnel, this is the total number of people that come to your website. And at the bottom of the funnel, it's the number of people that can convert to a purchase. So that will give you your conversion rate, right? Purchasers divided by users is your conversion rate. And this view is already showing you the rates for each step along the way. Like we had 5 users last week. So just another thing to show you is I normally set this report up to be weekly based reporting from Monday to Sundays, the weeks I set up. And that's what this is looking at last week. So right now it's November 19th on Monday morning for me, and it's automatically showing me the scorecard from last week. And then next Monday it'll show the one for this week. But the user view, the user funnel, new users, 5, so 100% conversion, of my people that were new users. And then if I look at how many people viewed the product page, well, one person viewed the product page. 1 divided by 5 is 20, so it's 20%. So it's showing me the conversion at each step in my user funnel all the way down to your purchasers. Now, because this is a demo store, I have no purchasers and nobody's adding it to the cart. But you would, imagine down here you'd see a number like 1.8%. I always say that a 2% conversion is a good rate, a 3% is a great rate, but it does vary from store to store based on a lot of, the uniqueness of each store. But this is a way for you to quickly go, oh, what's my conversion rate for the past week? At the top level, you had more or less traffic than you're used to. And at the bottom level, did your conversion go up or down? And if you see abnormalities, this is a good way to go, well, something looks wrong here. Let me go look at that and figure that out. And then in the middle column, we're showing sources of traffic So this is where it'll show things like Facebook or Instagram or Google Organic or Google Paid, email campaigns, all that type of stuff will show up here. So you see where your different traffic sources come from. And then it'll also show you the top pages, that people are looking at on the website. So you get a feel for what content is the most useful on your site for your customers. And then the right column has a couple metrics. One is just showing you the timeline by day, so you can see what days had more traffic or less traffic. And then a breakdown by country, so you can see where your people are coming from. And then, so that's all the data that's in here. And what I do for most of the stores is I actually set it up to email out every Monday morning. So it's in your inbox. Let me show you what that looks like. If I look at add to an existing mail, you can do this in your Google Analytics, and you'll see that there should be a weekly email going out. And right now, the address this one's going to is my Scott@Warlord address. And you can add people to it. So if you wanted to add someone to the report, you could add them to an existing mail and then click on it and do that kind of stuff. So that's how you can add more people to your report. And then let me show you what that report looks like. So Monday morning comes around and you go into your inbox and here's my scorecard. And what it does, it's the same report we were just looking at, but instead of having to go into Google Analytics to look at it, Google Analytics is sending a PDF so that you can just open it up on your laptop or on your phone and take a quick look at your metrics. And then, if things look the way they should, you can close it and move on with the rest of your day. But if you notice something that doesn't make sense, then you can start investigating it. And I think that looking at your business metrics like this at least once a week is a really good way to stay on top of things. Because sometimes something will happen, like let's just say a payment provider or something like that falls apart and doesn't work anymore. And all of a sudden your conversion rate starts to drop off because your PayPal payment method is no longer working. Well, if you're not looking at your metrics and your customers aren't complaining to you about it, there's no way for you to actually notice that. So just looking at your metrics every week and knowing, on an average week what your conversion rate is a good way for you to stay on top of it and start noticing those things that do happen, when you run online businesses, and then be able to investigate them. So that is our Shopify scorecard in Google Analytics. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Bye.